Hey everyone, and welcome to our food trip around the world. Today we're going to make 3 super yummy recipes that will make you say wow. We're making dishes with stories, with history, with amazing tastes. From England to France and then to Italy, let's get cooking. Okay everyone, listen up. Today we're diving into a true gem of British cuisine. First we're making a real English favorite, beef Wellington. This dish is a showstopper, perfect for impressing guests or celebrating special occasions. This dish has awesome flavors and textures, and when you make it right, it looks amazing. The combination of tender beef, savory mushrooms and flaky pastry is simply irresistible. We're talking about a perfectly cooked piece of beef tenderloin covered in a yummy mushroom mix, all wrapped in a golden flaky pastry. Each component plays a crucial role in creating the ultimate culinary experience. Now this dish is a little tricky. It requires patience, precision and a bit of practice, but don't worry, I'll guide you through each step. It takes time, it takes careful work, but believe me, it's worth it. The end result is a dish that not only tastes incredible, but also looks stunning on the plate. We're going to start by cooking that beautiful piece of beef. Searing it properly is key to locking in all those delicious juices. Get the pan super hot, add a little oil, and we want a nice brown crust on all sides. Don't overcook it. The goal is to sear the outside while keeping the inside tender and juicy. Next, we're making the mushroom mix. This is known as mushroom d'Uxelles, and it's packed with flavor. This is where the big flavor comes from. Finely chopped mushrooms, shallots, garlic, and a touch of herbs all come together to create a rich, aromatic filling. Herbs all cook together until they're rich and smell amazing. The key is to cook the mushrooms until all the moisture evaporates, concentrating the flavors. This is what makes beef Wellington so special. The mushroom d'Uxelles adds a depth of flavor that complements the beef perfectly. Now let's talk about the pastry. The puff pastry is what gives beef Wellington its signature flaky crust. We're using the best puff pastry. It's important to use high-quality pastry to ensure it bakes up light and crisp. Roll it out thin, wrap it around the beef and mushrooms, and don't forget to brush it with egg. The egg wash gives the pastry a beautiful golden color and a glossy finish. This makes it golden brown and beautiful. The visual appeal is just as important as the taste. Into the oven it goes, and while it's baking, let's talk about why beef Wellington is so cool. It's a dish that combines technique, flavor, and presentation. This dish is usually for special times, celebrations, moments you want to remember. It's a way to show your loved ones that you care and that you're willing to put in the effort to make something extraordinary. It's a dish that says, I made something special. When you present it at the table, it's a moment of pride and joy. And when you cut into that perfectly cooked Wellington, the smell alone will make everyone hungry. The aroma of the beef, mushrooms and pastry is simply mouth-watering. The tender beef, the savory mushrooms, the flaky pastry. It's a perfect combination. Each bite is a symphony of flavors and textures that will leave everyone at the table wanting more. Next, we're going to France for a taste of something truly fancy, lobster bisque. This dish is the epitome of French culinary elegance, combining rich flavors and a luxurious texture that will transport you straight to a Parisian bistro. This isn't just any regular soup. It's a sophisticated blend of ingredients that come together to create something extraordinary. This is a smooth, creamy, super flavorful soup that'll make you feel like a king or queen. Each spoonful is a delightful experience, rich and velvety, with layers of taste that unfold on your palate. We're starting with fresh lobsters. The quality of the lobster is crucial as it forms the foundation of the bisque's flavor. We're going to get all the flavor from the shells and the meat. The shells, often discarded, are packed with intense flavors that are essential for a perfect bisque. We're going to roast those shells with onions, carrots and celery to make a flavorful base. Roasting brings out the deep, rich flavors and adds a wonderful depth to the bisque. Then we're adding some brandy because it makes it even better. The brandy adds a subtle sweetness and complexity that elevates the dish. This adds more flavor to the bisque. The alcohol evaporates, leaving behind a rich, aromatic essence. Tomatoes, tomato paste and stock go in next, and we're letting it simmer. Letting all those flavors mix together, the tomatoes add a touch of acidity, balancing the richness of the lobster and brandy. Now here's the cool part. Blending the bisque ensures a smooth, uniform texture. We're blending the bisque until it's super smooth, then straining it to get rid of any lumps. This step is crucial for achieving that signature velvety texture. This makes it creamy and velvety. The texture is just as important as the flavor in a bisque, and a lobster bisque needs lobster meat. Adding chunks of lobster meat back into the bisque gives it a wonderful texture and ensures that every bite is packed with flavor. We're adding that back in with a little cream and a splash of cognac to make it extra special. The cream adds richness, while the cognac enhances the depth of flavors. Season it perfectly, and you've got a soup that's fit for royalty. The right balance of seasoning brings all the flavors together harmoniously. Lobster bisque is all about elegance. It's a dish that not only tastes amazing, but also looks stunning when served. It's a dish you should enjoy slowly with every spoonful, making you feel like you're in a fancy French restaurant. The ambiance and presentation add to the overall experience. It's both impressive and comforting, and everyone will want more. This bisque is a true testament to the art of French cooking, combining tradition and sophistication in every bowl. Finally, we're ending our food trip in Italy with a classic dessert, tiramisu. This iconic Italian dessert is known for its rich flavors and delightful textures, making it a favorite among dessert lovers worldwide. This Italian treat is all about layers of flavor and texture, and it's the perfect way to end any meal. Each bite offers a harmonious blend of creamy, sweet, and slightly bitter notes that dance on your palate. We're talking about soft cookies dipped in coffee, specifically lady fingers, which are known for their light and airy texture. These cookies absorb the coffee, giving them a delightful coffee flavor without becoming too soggy, layered with a creamy mascarpone filling, which is the heart of the tiramisu. This filling is rich and smooth, providing a perfect contrast to the coffee-soaked cookies, and dusted with cocoa powder, adding a touch of bitterness that balances the sweetness of the mascarpone and the coffee. It's a simple dessert, but when made with good ingredients, it's amazing. High-quality mascarpone, fresh espresso, and premium cocoa powder make all the difference. First, we need to make coffee. Freshly brewed espresso is ideal because it has a strong, robust flavor that will infuse the cookies with a rich coffee taste. Strong espresso that will give the cookies a great coffee flavor. Make sure the coffee is hot and fresh to get the best results. Once the coffee is ready, let it cool a little. This step is crucial because if the coffee is too hot, it can make the cookies too soft and ruin the texture of the tiramisu. Now, for the mascarpone filling, this creamy mixture is what gives tiramisu its luxurious texture and rich flavor. This is the best part. We're mixing mascarpone cheese, sugar, eggs, and a little vanilla until it's light and fluffy. The key is to whip it well to incorporate air, making it smooth and creamy. This makes the tiramisu creamy. The light and fluffy mascarpone filling is essential for achieving the perfect texture, and this makes the tiramisu creamy. The light and fluffy mascarpone filling is essential for achieving the perfect texture. Now comes the fun part, making the tiramisu. This is where you get to see all the components come together into a beautiful dessert. Dip the cookies in the coffee quickly. Don't let them get too soggy, and put them in a dish. The key is to dip them just long enough to absorb the coffee without falling apart. Top with the mascarpone filling, spreading it evenly over the cookies to ensure every bite is filled with creamy goodness. Then do it again until you've used everything. Layering is key to achieving the perfect balance of flavors and textures. Once the tiramisu is done, it needs to chill in the fridge. This step is crucial as it allows the flavors to meld together and the cookies to soften just right. This lets the flavors mix and the cookies soften. The chilling process is what transforms the individual components into a cohesive, delicious dessert. Just before serving, dust it with cocoa powder. This final touch adds a slight bitterness that perfectly complements the sweetness of the dessert. Tiramisu has a perfect balance of flavors. The coffee, the sweet mascarpone, and the slight bitterness of the cocoa powder all come together in harmony. The soft cookies, it all goes together perfectly. Each layer contributes to the overall experience, making every bite a delight. It's both elegant and comforting, a dessert that can be served at a fancy dinner party or enjoyed as a cozy treat at home. And it will satisfy your sweet tooth. Tiramisu is the perfect way to end any meal, leaving you with a sweet and satisfying finish. There you have it, 3 amazing recipes from around the world. Whether you're cooking for a party or just for yourself, these dishes are sure to be a hit. Remember, cooking is about passion, it's about being careful, and most importantly, it's about sharing great food with people you care about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more yummy recipes. Happy cooking!